Now on CoastTV News.
An update on the long-awaited Rehoboth Beach Patrol station. And Bethany Beach water problems, how the town is trying to revamp their water system.
Over the weekend, we have the threat of snow, possibly even more so, more than a half around the Ellendale area, and that's before the real cold hits.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
The Rehoboth Beach commissioners met earlier today, and we were told the latest on the Rehoboth's newest amenity. Good evening, I'm Brandon Ferguson, and welcome to CoastTV News at 11. Tonight, we begin on the Rehoboth Beach Boardwalk. That's where you can see progress of the new Rehoboth Beach Patrol station. As CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conroy shows us, an update on the construction.
A new beach patrol station in Rehoboth is coming to life. And an update was given to the Rehoboth Beach Commissioners Friday afternoon. The patrol station started construction 3 years ago, and locals in the area say this was long overdue.
They've needed an upgrade for a while.
It was needed. We're happy to see it happen, and I know our visitors are going to be very happy.
Rob Lackey lives in Rehoboth and has a daughter who used to lifeguard. He says this new station will make a huge difference.
I think it's going to probably attract more beach patrol employees. And for the swimmers, I think they'll be reassured knowing that there's modern equipment and a modern facility available.
The project in total will cost $5.6 million. That's $750,000 over the total budget. He tells us high funds are common with these types of projects.
It's unfortunate that there are some cost overruns. Those are kind of typical.
John and Lenny live in Rehoboth with their furry friend and say it'll be good for the entire beach community.
A nice place for the visitors to stop by and meet the lifeguards, and I think it's going to look really nice.
If you take a look at the Beach Patrol house right here, you'll notice there are still a ton of wood slabs and clearly lots of work that still needs to be done. But as you can see on the schedule here, they will still be complete by the May 16th deadline.
It's going to be beautiful. There's going to be restrooms there, updated restrooms. It should do a good job for Rehoboth.
While there is still some time before the project is fully complete, both Rehoboth locals and visitors have something to look forward to when those warmer months roll around. In Rehoboth Beach, Brendan Conroy, CoastTV News.
In Lewis, Governor Bethany Hall-Long has ordered a new reuse study for the former Troop 7 site off of Route 1. The 7-acre property served the community for decades before being vacated in 2019, then later demolished. The governor emphasized the need to address growing demands for social and behavioral health services in eastern Sussex County. The study will include public input and explore options like new social services. In Milford, the Senior Center says they see an increase in slip and falls this time of the year. Also, a lot of their members are used to using walkers, and they don't realize those wheels don't have traction, especially on ice. The director says as people get older, their bodies are not able to regulate temperature as well, and even short time outside can lead to hyperthermia and frostbite.
Always concerned with anything that produces ice or anything like that can be a real casualty for those of us who are senior. So we sometimes we have to have assistance, or sometimes we don't want it.
During the most recent storm, the Senior Center was closed when road conditions were too dangerous, and they plan to do the same if necessary this upcoming week. We now take a live look outside into Ocean City, and our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a look at our weather.
Take a look at our lows from this morning. We start off at 29 in Salisbury, 27 in Easton and Cambridge. So we started off cold enough, all right? But as we go into the weekend, let's talk about two things. We're talking about the cold, but we got to talk about the snow first, because that's what's going to hit us first. So we're looking at 1/4 inch to possibly even 1/2 inch by 5:30 on Sunday. Saturday we'll get some rain, but we're really concentrating on the iciness of the forecast. Now, the latest model runs indicating by the time it's all said and done by Sunday night, 8 o'clock, we're looking at possibly 1 inch in Milton, close to 3/4 inch in Georgetown. Same holds true for us in Lewis. And then in Ellendale, more than 1 inch. Then there's going to be the concern about the cold that will kick in for us Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're looking at frostbite risk, a high risk of it for us Monday, Tuesday, especially on Wednesday.
In Bethany Beach, the town has sent out emails and public notices on their website about an issue with the town's water, saying there is an increased amount of minerals in the town's water, and with how deep Bethany's water wells are, that's causing the increase in those minerals. CoastTV spoke with one woman in downtown Bethany Beach about if she has encountered any problems herself.
I have not, and I just, as we speak, I have some light clothing that I just washed that's in the dryer, and so it's, the color is fine. I don't notice anything in the taste, and I've been running a humidifier, and the filter is fine.
Town Council set Monday, February 17th as a public hearing date to hear comments on a referendum for the town to borrow $3.9 million for the project. Staying in Bethany Beach, yesterday the town's Finance Committee discussed possibly raising the parking price for the summer season. The Bethany Beach Finance Committee says raising parking prices from $3 an hour to $3.50 would generate an additional $649,000 for the town. Money the committee says the town needs to even out their summer expenses. Some people in the town say a cheap trip to the beach is just a thing of the past.
It's a lot of money to park. If you buy a house outside of Bethany, you have to realize that it's going to cost a lot of money to come and sit on the beach.
CoastTV spoke with a member of the Finance Committee after the meeting. She said the idea of raising the parking still has to go through multiple Finance meetings, then eventually ending up in a Town Council meeting before anything is applied. In a unanimous decision today, the Supreme Court upheld the ban of the popular video sharing app TikTok. President Biden says it's up to the incoming Trump administration to enforce the ban. As NBC's Alice Barr shows us, what happens next is still up in the air.
Today, the news 170 million American TikTok users have been fearing for months.
Feels like we're losing, a community.
As the Supreme Court chose not to save the popular video sharing app, instead upholding a federal ban set to take effect in the U.S. on Sunday because of national security concerns over TikTok's Chinese parent company, ByteDance. The High Court citing, quote, TikTok's scale and susceptibility to foreign adversary control, together with the vast swaths of sensitive data the platform collects. But that may not be the final word. TikTok's U.S. CEO appealing directly to President-elect Trump.
I want to thank President Trump for his commitment to work with us to find a solution that keeps TikTok available.
After initially opposing the app, the president-elect has signaled he would intervene.
I'm going to save TikTok.
Today, posting, quote, my decision on TikTok will be made in the not-too-distant future, but I must have time to review. His options are unclear. President Biden signed the law last spring requiring the Chinese owners to sell or shut down in this country on January 19th. Today, passing the problem along to his successor.
Well, the decision doesn't make the next president anyway, so I think it will work.
Two Biden administration officials tell NBC News that during the final hours of his presidency, the federal government will not enforce hefty fines on companies like Apple and Google that give users access to TikTok. Two administrations hoping to dodge the blame for a broadly unpopular ban. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
For lots of local businesses, TikTok has been a game changer, offering a free and easy way to promote their services. Small business owners we spoke to today in Kent County say they've relied heavily on the platform to reach customers and build community connections.
TikTok has been great because not only can you post on that platform, but the content that you make using that platform, which is really powerful because you can make such great videos with, again, little to no time invested. But then we can take that and use it on other platforms as well. So that has definitely helped, gain some attention.
New today, Delaware Senator Chris Coons released a statement on this ban, saying in part, we must take common sense measures to protect our democracy and national security from those who wish to do us harm, end quote. New today, the inauguration for President-elect Donald Trump is being moved indoors due to the frigid weather. The ceremony will now take place in the Capitol Rotunda. President-elect Trump said on Truth Social that he will also hold an indoor rally at Capital One Arena on Inauguration Day, where his supporters will be able to watch the ceremony. And as we look ahead to the inauguration, police in the D.C. area are preparing for the possibility of protest. During Trump's 2017 inauguration, D.C. police rounded up hundreds of people in a mass arrest. The district later paid $1.6 million to settle 2 lawsuits over how officers handled situations. And as we look ahead to Monday, the D.C. police chief says her agency's stance is this.
Violence, destruction, and unlawful behavior will not be tolerated. Offenders will face swift and decisive consequences.
D.C. police also agreed in the settlement to restrict the use of sting balls or explosive devices in the future. Police are now only supposed to roll them out onto the ground, not throw them in the air, except in extreme circumstances. On Monday, January 20th, tune in to NBC's coverage of the presidential inauguration. Right here on Coast TV, coverage begins at 10 a.m. We are just getting started on Coast TV News at 11. Coming up, new information from the California wildfires, how some victims are finding relief. But first, Delaware's undefeated public servant reflects on 48 years of his service, his bipartisan legacy, and the friendships he'll miss most.
Taking a look at your Bay forecast, rain for Saturday, rain changing over to snow situation on Sunday, and then Monday, the cold steps in a major way. Same holds true for us in Crisfield, and we need to talk more about that cold, more so than even the snow.
Upgrade your roof. Whether it's metal roofing or shingles, Alpha Roofing and Siding is the pinnacle of protection and style, using premium materials that withholds any harsh conditions that are covered by a 50-year material warranty. Get free gutter guards with your new roof and 12 months no interest. Ask us how to save 30% with the federal tax credit on solar skylights. Call today for more details. Alpha Roofing and Siding, where protection comes first and setting the standard is our legacy.
We are going to go over the details and expectations with the snow, but it's the cold that I'm mainly concerned about. We're not just skipping over the snow. We're going to talk about that as well. But that cold must be, we must focus definitely on that, because that's the most dangerous aspect of the forecast. We're, still feeling very cold outside, courtesy of our Hershey's exterior camera. All right, temperatures in the 20s. Now, we have a small craft advisory that's active along the Chesapeake Bay area, breezy conditions. But I'm winding the scope to kind of show you we have a winter storm watch in effect just to our northwest with that snow that's on the way. And as we pull back even more so, we have an extreme cold watch in effect, which is well to our west to northwest. But this gives us a hint as to what's down the line for us, because we're going to see all of that cold kick in for us. Now, as far as Saturday is concerned, a milder day compared to the other days. We'll have increasing cloud cover and 46 by noon, and we'll have a chance of scattered showers, just rain for Saturday. We're just going to be simply too warm. So as we go into Saturday, we stay above freezing. So we have the rain that'll pop through Long Neck, Millsboro, Rehoboth Beach, Dewey Beach at 6 o'clock in the morning for Sunday. Then we start seeing it change over by mid-morning. We still have rain here in Millsboro and Delmar, but it turns over to snow in Seaford and then Ellendale. And then we have a big swath of possible sleet that's going to move throughout most of Sussex County before the snow overtakes us by the 6 o'clock hour. Now, the amount of snow that we're talking about, not looking all that impressive, but we still have some that we're going to have to tabulate up to maybe a half an inch to a full inch in some areas where you see the darker color, and then possibly an inch in Seaford and an inch and a quarter for us in Ellendale. Inaugural day, by the way, 23 degrees. It's going to feel like 13. I believe they're bringing it inside anyway as a result of how cold it's going to be. Hadn't been that cold since 1985. Speaking of that cold, that's our main focus for the forecast. You see, there's a kick in of Arctic air, dangerously cold from Tuesday, Wednesday going into Thursday, where we're going to have sub-zero wind chills. That's right, sub-zero wind chills. So, for example, Monday morning we start off in single digits. That's inaugural day and Martin Luther King Jr. Birthday. And then below zero, 4 to 2 below zero for Tuesday morning. Then There's Wednesday morning, 9, 8, 9, and even 11 degrees below zero as a result of that. And we're going to stay in the single digits throughout most of the day. Finally, here's a look at the extended forecast. We do have a yellow alert day for us on Sunday because of the mix that's going to push through, and we're going to watch out for the road conditions deteriorating pretty quickly. But let's not forget how cold it's going to be for Monday night going into Tuesday, Tuesday night going to Wednesday, and Wednesday night going into Thursday, single digits, and the wind chill factor well below zero, particularly for Tuesday and Wednesday.
As the 119th Congress starts to ramp up, this year there's one familiar face that's no longer going to be roaming the halls of the Capitol. Delaware Senator Tom Carper announced he wouldn't seek re-election in May of 2023 and recently delivered a farewell speech to his colleagues. CoastTV News anchor Christina DeRobertis was in D.C. as Carper packed up his office and closed the door on his long Senate career.
14 photographs. 14. That's also the number of times Delawareans elected Tom Carper to represent them in public office, without one single loss.
How are you? Thanks.
The undefeated politician first stepped onto the national stage in 1983 as a U.S. congressman after serving as Delaware state treasurer.
What do you remember from that first day? What feelings?
What am I doing here? I will never fit in here. Who are these people?
But those people became meaningful connections, trusted allies, and exactly what the senator says will be his greatest takeaway from his 48 years in office.
What do you think you're going to miss most?
The friendships.
As he reaches for old photographs and packs up his office, Carper reflects on those who inspired him, including his grandfather.
My grandfather, this is my mother's father. He worked till he was like 80-some years old, and as a butcher in a mom and pop supermarket in West Virginia. He's one of my heroes. I love this guy so much.
But before politics, Carper answered a different call to service.
This is my airplane.
The senator was a naval flight officer in the U.S. military, an experience that shaped his approach to leadership.
I was 17 years old. I raised my right hand and took an oath to defend the country and Constitution.
He leaves the Senate as the last remaining Vietnam veteran to serve. Carper credits his military service for teaching him to work across the aisle.
One night we're in session really late, and it's probably close to midnight. We're going to vote again to kill the Affordable Care Act, and it was going to be a very close vote. And one of the people on the Republican side who was undecided as how to vote was John McCain, Vietnam veteran, Navy buddy, and Republican.
Carper says the late Senator John McCain stepped out to take a call from then-President Donald Trump, who was urging him to kill the bill.
I go over and stand by his seat where he's sitting and talk to him for a little bit. He gets summoned off the floor to go talk to Donald Trump. He's calling John McCain to put pressure on him to vote to kill the Affordable Care Act.
When McCain returned to the Senate floor, all eyes were on him.
And he walks in front of the presiding officer, and he goes, the vote is, yes, I'm going to kill the Affordable Care Act, or no, and he goes. I won't forget that.
And Carper is a relentless advocate for climate action, having served as chairman of the Senate Committee on Environment and Public Works.
Special report on global warming, Time magazine, be worried, be very worried. And it says, kids
He's
and so
championed the issue long before it became the hot-button issue it is today.
April 3rd, 2006, 2006, all those years ago. And it's still a huge, it's the thing I've worked on probably the most.
Yeah.
To try to make sure we save our planet.
The senator hopes to leave behind a legacy of bipartisanship.
The people that are our adversary one day need not be our enemy.
And after 48 years, he says goodbye to those people in his office one last time. It's the end of an era for Senator Tom Carper.
Let me end with this. Keep on rocking in the free world.
For CoastTV News, I'm Christina DeRobertis.
Coming up, the FDA banning a product that seems to be in everything. But first, the latest from the tragic wildfires in Los Angeles. That's after the break.
Here at North Bay Marina, we know that boaters have the most fun.
Mom, you have your lunchbox? I have your
What if your morning is just easier? At Wawa,
Good morning.
it is. With everything you need to get your day moving. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Ready to upgrade your style? Visit buyatoyota.com or scan this QR code and start your journey today. From refined performance to elevated design and tech, your new Camry is waiting with deals just a click away. Right now, buy a new Toyota Camry with low 4.99% APR financing. Toyota, let's go places.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
Come out for the Delmarva Shorebirds Hot Stove Banquet, Thursday, January 30th at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center. Get your tickets today, which includes a buffet-style dinner and your opportunity to meet Orioles manager Brandon Hyde. Plus, there'll be a cash bar and silent auction with sports memorabilia from your favorite MLB and minor league teams. Proceeds benefit the Shorebirds Fly Together Fund. Tickets available now at theshorebirds.com.
Right now, Wawa Rewards members can get any size hot coffee for $1, or any size iced coffee for $2, or a 16-ounce Monster Energy for $3. So why aren't you a Wawa Rewards member yet? Join and redeem your bonus offers today.
This is Coast TV News at 11.
As crews work around the clock to get a handle on the deadly Los Angeles wildfires, there is hope teams will make gains this weekend. But the National Weather Service say winds may make a comeback. Maribel Gonzalez shows us the latest from the Pacific Palisades.
More than 170,000 people are still under evacuation notices as firefighters battle the deadly Los Angeles blazes. While fire teams are making progress, evacuees remain anxious and in limbo.
Okay, we're going home now. No, we're not going home now. Now, yes, we're going home now. The winds are coming in our direction. No, the winds are going back. And that back and forth was very, very, very tiring.
While some are starting to receive access to their devastated neighborhoods.
This was the first time in over a week since last Tuesday I was able to go down and go grocery shopping.
Oh, can't wait.
Others will have to wait at least another week as hazardous material is removed. City and county leaders are trying to assure the public they're actively working to reopen impacted communities.
After the fires are out definitively, there is no greater priority than getting people back home.
At a news conference Friday, Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass said she will start announcing a series of executive directives next week to get on the path towards rebuilding. Bass also said she wants to expedite the safe return of residents, businesses, schools, nonprofits, and parks.
As our army of firefighters kills these fires and withdraws, we will be moving in with an army of builders.
Staying with the tragic fires, Los Angeles Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani is donating $500,000 toward the effort to battle those wildfires in the Los Angeles area. His team, the Dodgers, is among the professional sports organizations that have supported wildfire victims and the firefighters at this difficult times. Also, events have been canceled because of these fires. Movie director Stephen King says the Oscars should be canceled in light of the LA wildfires. In a social media post, he said, quote, "No glitz with the Los Angeles on fire," end quote. He also said he won't be voting for any of the nominees for that same reason. As of today, the Oscars are scheduled to proceed as planned on March 2nd. Same for the Grammys on February 2nd. The Food and Drug Administration has banned the use of number 3 red dye in food beverages and ingested drugs. This comes more than 3 decades after scientists linked the dye to cancer in animals. Red dye number 3 is a synthetic color additive made from petroleum used to give foods and drinks to a bright red color. Manufacturers using it in food have until January 2026 to reformulate their products. And Apple is temporarily pulling its latest artificial intelligence that's following backlash. The feature summarizes news notifications. However, the AI feature had repeatedly sent misleading or false headline summaries to customers. The issue sparked criticism from news organizations and press freedom groups. On Thursday, Apple issued a beta software update to developers that disabled the features. Users must opt into it, and it will emphasize that the information has been produced by AI. New today, Delaware's 5 public housing authorities announced that they will reopen wait lists for housing choice voucher programs and low-income public housing on February 3rd. The wait lists are for programs that help low-income families, seniors, and people with disabilities access affordable housing. These programs are funded by the federal government and managed locally by organizations such like the Delaware State Housing Authority. Applications will be available online. Coming up, keeping your car in shape and running as more cold heads our way.
Well, our forecast, we're expecting scattered showers, so here comes the rain again for tomorrow. But then on Sunday, we're going to start off with rain. Arctic front pushes through. We'll go icy, slushy to snow, and then we're going to end up with some serious cold for next week. Your full forecast, 10-day forecast coming up.
Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's coastal charm with Coast Life. Explore local treasures, fresh trends, and unforgettable stories from our coastal communities. Join the adventure with Coast Life, weekdays at 4 on Coast TV.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division like myself in cabinetry to ensure that you have the best product to fit your needs. And your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your project.
It was very important to find somebody that was knowledgeable in the whole picture, the cabinetry, the appliances, and the countertop. We are delighted with the outcome.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen, where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-455-0217. That's 1-800-455-0217 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-455-0217 now.
Is your cookware scratched inside and an eyesore on the outside? Introducing Gotham Steel Hammered Cream Cookware. Forged with an authentic hammered design, engineered with extremely strong titanium and tri-coated with ultra non-stick ceramic. Gotham Steel features double the non-stick release. Now you can cook healthier without all the butter or oil. Get this huge 15-piece set for 4 payments of $49.99 with free shipping.
To order, call 1-800-513-6408.
Get the Coast TV News app, the latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Coastal news customized to your needs. Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices. Coast TV, our community, your news.
You're looking at a jump box. It's an easy way to jump your car without needing someone else to help you. We've talked about winterizing your home, but today we're going to talk about your car. Coast TV News reporter Zakia Jennings shows us what you'll need to stay safe on the roads when driving in the snow.
Working on tires at Meineke in Lewis. And if you don't prepare your car for the upcoming snow, your car could end up here too. Store manager John Repass says, first things first, make sure you have a clear view of the road.
So,
The best thing to do in terms of staying safe on the road is going to be making sure your windshield wipers are always good and not streaking, causing any kind of lapse on the windshield, making visibility hard.
Secondly, check on those tires.
And the other thing is keeping a good eye on your tire pressure. Tire pressure is very important, making sure that you're not getting stuck on the side of the road with a flat.
Repass says keeping emergency items in your car is helpful too.
A really good thing to keep in the back of the car in the event of getting stuck on the side of the road would be maybe a good nice warm blanket, keep you toasty in the event. Also maybe a small toolkit, something that you could buy simple at like a supply store such as Walmart, Advanced Auto Parts, something like that.
Many auto shops like Meineke offer a 34-point inspection during routine maintenance. This helps you identify any issues your car may have so you can fix it quickly.
With items like a jump box and a blanket in the trunk, I'll be set on the road and so will you. In Lewis, I'm Zakia Jennings, Coast TV News.
After the break, we show you something we don't see often on the coast, but with cold temperatures, some people are taking advantage of them.
NBC News Daily, weekdays at 1 on Coast TV.
At Delaware Electric Cooperative, safety is our top priority, and we need your help to keep employees safe. When you see our team working along area roadways, please slow down and move over. Delaware law requires drivers to reduce speed and move over when approaching working utility vehicles. If you can't move into other lanes, drive at least 20 miles per hour below the posted speed limit. Do your part to make sure our crews go home safe to their families every day. Slow down. Move over. It's the law.
Start the new year off generously by giving to those in need on Delmarva. Coast Country Cares is hosting a Code Purple Drive on Saturday, January 18th at Boulevard Ford in Lewis. Stop by from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. to donate non-perishable food items, warm clothing, cleaning supplies, and more for shelters and those who need it most this winter. For a complete list of items for January 18th, go to coastcountry.com. Coast Country Cares, sponsored by Spicer Brothers.
Uncomfortable at home? Cold floors and drafts starting to feel unbearable? DryTech specializes in transforming crawl spaces into clean, dry, and energy-efficient environments by sealing out moisture and enhancing air quality. They create a home that's healthier, more comfortable, and efficient year-round.
Say goodbye to freezing pipes, wasted energy, and discomfort. Our expert solutions provide peace of mind and long-lasting comfort for every season.
And we're here for your next crawl space project. Have you DryTech yet?
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5.
It's an all-in-one product, so I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing, there's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor.
You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. All for just 3 easy payments of $43. Call or click right now.
On your screen now is footage Coast TV recorded this morning. Someone ice fishing. Not something you see very often here in the First State. And Coast TV is your home for Eagles NFL Divisional Round playoff action. On Sunday, the Birds are at home taking on the Rams in South Philly. Coverage begins at 2 p.m.
Well, the cold is already beginning to kind of filter its way in, but we're relatively mild for right now. We can see everything's still tolerable. By the way, our umbrella winner is Nancy from Milton. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. And you can always keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line, 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Brockstead, Mandalis, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Now, we do still have the caution day for Sunday because of the wintry mix that's on the way. But pay attention to starting Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Look at how these temperatures are dancing in the single digits. This is not the wind chill, the actual temperature. The wind chill will fall well below freezing for us, -0, sub-zero for Tuesday and Wednesday, particularly. By Wednesday, it could be as low as 11 below zero.
Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next. We'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 6 p.m. Have a great night.